So the topic today is fanning the fire of devotion. And it's how we do that is through love. And as I've been reading Paramahansa Yogananda's Divine Romance, he talks about love. Love can't really exist without bliss and joy. Bliss and joy is ultimately what we're seeking in this life. And he says, until one wants God, humans will continue to long for whatever else they believe will make them happy. And I find that in my life, over the years, I keep a journal. Started about 1987, I guess, and sometimes there's a big gap in the journal. But the first part of the journal is filled with love letters to a person that I was in love with, and I was getting so much joy. I was high. I mean, I was literally high in the presence of this person and not in the presence of this person. And I wondered what was going on, because I'd been meditating for many years, but particularly maybe it was the energy that I was feeling in the vibration, because I think all of us are subject to the energies around us, the magnetism around us. And some people are very magnetic. You know, we're drawn towards them. And this particular person, I had a lot of chemistry with. And I wrote about 6 pages one time, and I was trying to figure out why I was so enamored when I saw this person, I was with this person. And as I was reading, as I was talking, I realized that what I was in love with was the Divine Mother in her and in myself. It kindled this fire inside of me. This is the fire of the Divine Mother. And as I looked at all the experiences as I started reading, and I have read a lot of the experience that some of the people that have had cosmic conscious experiences, like Yogananda and Norm, Reese Buck, various people over the centuries that have had experiences, Dante, they all describe a being which elicits in them such a divine love and intoxication. As we moved into the Christian era, a lot of the Christian identifications came with God as more of a male, or him. And then, of course, Jesus. And as I started my spiritual quest, I realized I was at the University of Illinois, and I was giving a talk about how deeply lonely I was and isolated, and everyone around me could really resonate with that. It was the middle of the winter, and I was like, boy, I was so lonely in a really cold environment. The snow was around. There wasn't anybody in the classrooms. And I just opened my heart to everybody. And this young lady came up to me, and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, "Thank you so much for helping me." And then I went back to my room in the dorm, and my roommate was in the Campus Crusade for Christ. And all I could think about was, I felt like I've been born again, and I want to have Jesus as my beloved, and it was just a very moving experience. And then as I came to Sunburst and meditated for about 20 years, I had this experience with somebody in Sunburst, and it really transformed my possessiveness towards a relationship, toward a person, into a deep love for the divine spirit. And in this light, I found that our relationship could grow, and it didn't need to be physically present. And I felt this, my meditations got deeper and deeper. I was, a couple of weeks later, I saw the inner light. I was seeing the gold ring and the star in the middle, a 5-pointed star. I had an experience with Norm where we were sitting on the floor of a big building in the dim light, and he said, I quote, because it's in my journal here, Norm and I were on the floor of a dimly lit room. He turned and faced me, and like a father to a son, he just had this big smile on his face, and he said, "Love God foremost, and everything will be all right. There is nothing else to live for." And so here's a man who had these deep experiences, and he learned to love the divine and had an experience of the great ecstasy. And I'm going to read some of the experiences, these incredible experiences that some of these teachers have had. Let's see, here we go. Norm, when he was about ready to expand out of his heart and his body to become Christ conscious, cosmic conscious, the Spirit, God, Mother, Father, said, "Are you willing are you willing today to come with me?" And then he said, "Yes, there is nothing more I want, only you, Lord." And from that, he expanded outward into infinity. And he said that afterwards, "Can I describe to you the joy that is felt? It's like your greatest earthly love keeps on expanding infinitely. This is the pearl of great price, the one taste of it, and you will sell all that you have to obtain it." And Paramahansa Yogananda, "One drop of the divine puts you in a state of ecstasy. I can describe the taste of an orange, but until you taste it, you will never know its flavor." And then, so we're in the astrological vibration now on this planet of faith. And as I read these accounts from these teachers, I have faith that I will experience these experiences too. And I've had glimmerings of this divine love through a human relationship and transforming that into bliss and joy. Yogananda said, "The love of God, the love of Spirit, is an all-consuming love. Once you have experienced it, it shall lead you on and on in eternal realms. That love can never be taken away from your heart. It shall burn into, it shall burn there in its fire. And in its fire you shall find great magnetism of spirit that draws others unto you and attracts whatsoever you truly need or desire." And it's from Norm's realization that essentially Sunburst was started. His magnetism attracted, Paramahansa's magnetism attracted many souls that were thirsty to know Spirit. And this is the outcome of the deep experiences that these two people have experienced. And so as we go on our life in this physical plane, let's use the tools we have for meditating and the tools we have for, and the deep love that we have for the image of spirit that we hold dear to. Because in essence, we realize that all those images, including ourselves, are divine spirit. We are like we are in essence a sphere of consciousness, a bubble. Each one of us is connected to the divine. Like Yogananda was saying, I am the bubble, make me the sea. And in a way, that was a very literal expression of what truly we are in the spirit. In a sea of consciousness, we are individual bubbles of light. So how can we fan the fires of devotion? And I've already mentioned that we could be, if we can read the accounts of these people that have experienced this joy and love and bliss, and have faith that we can experience that too. Norm was, after his experience, was reading Maurice Buck's book, Cosmic Consciousness, one day on his bed. And in the room, in a few minutes, came Yogananda in full form and with two yogis levitating on either side. And Yogananda gave instructions to Norm how a community would be founded in the future, and some basic guidelines. And I just feel that this is like a continuum, because if you look back through the fabric of time, it's the teacher reappearing and giving the student direction and encouragement to go forward with their mission. So I wrote this simple sentence, and I think it really, for me, it describes the process of opening the heart. Just as a flower opens its petals toward the light of the sun, I will open my heart with love and devotion for the divine within myself and others. And as we start to go into our silent time, it's very important that we establish a regular meditation practice. The teachers have told us that a steady devotion is fueled by a regular practice. We just sang several devotional songs. If you can keep that up, Norm and Yogananda would cry day and night for divine spirit. And in our own time, in our own way, we can find our own path as they found their path in the faith that we share with each other. Let us take the precious moments we have remaining in the temple to visualize and send light spinning around the Middle East, that those leaders and those souls can feel the divine love and bliss and joy, what unites them all. Everyone on this planet is connected to that divine source. And through our consistent actions, choices, we can draw closer to that glorious light. Please follow me in prayer. O living Spirit, our Mother and Father, our divine companion, reveal thyself to me. That I may be guided to do your will, to spread your love wherever I go, and to join with others across the face of this earth in prayer for the healing, for the restoration of this beautiful world. Amen.
Inshallah, inshallah.